Good
evening, everybody.
What's going on, everyone?
How's everybody? I hope everyone's well and safe. Everything. Evening, fellas.
Yeah, evening. How's everybody doing?
Rocking and rolling. It's been an interesting day.
Yeah, I'm just wicking up some RDAs quickly.
It's been a very interesting day.
Oh, do you know what? It's so hot as well. Like literally, it is boiling here. Like we're due. I'm sure it's that humid. The storms on the horizon type thing. You know, it's getting like that where it rained. We had a day of rain. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Josh did that. So, but yeah, we had a day of rain, and then it's back to boiling hot, and it's really humid now. I literally cut my grass just in time, like before it rained, and then I wouldn't have been able to cut it for ages because of how long it was. So I kind of saved my skin there a bit. But what's everyone else been up to this weekend? Anything exciting?
Work, and more work.
I had a day sorting out our new Twitch yesterday. If anybody wants to hop over on our new Twitch.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I had the kids today. So nice. Yeah, good day, really.
Oh, I've been on my own since Thursday. So just getting loads of stuff done around the house and that, like, you know. They say a woman's work is never done. All
that. That's just too easy to make a joke about that right now.
Well, single life's not all it's cracked up to be. Do you know what I mean? You know, especially when it's lockdown. Like, it's not really good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not really good for the old dating game, really. Do you know what I mean? Do you want to go on a date? Where should we go? Everything. I don't know. We've got to stay 2 meters away from each other. You know, and every single place that sells coffee, sells food, or anything like that is shut unless it's a takeaway.
Through.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the hell, like, you know? But yeah, other than that, it's been pretty uneventful for me. I've just been doing washing and exciting stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the old mods.
Blimey, there's a few in chat. Right, fellas, I've just done the YouTube share to Facebook, the page, and the group as well. So hopefully that should be up and done and running. I shall check shortly anyway.
Cool.
That's done and dusted.
Cool story. You should write a book about
it. Let's not get talking about stories. Yeah. Right then.
So I was just checking over on the Twitch page, making sure everything's running all right, and we're a little bit delayed on there. So it's I was like, what?
It's a bit tricky.
It delays a little bit for me on YouTube as well. There's a little bit of a delay on YouTube, only a couple of seconds, but there's a little tiny bit of a delay.
There always is.
When I'm in the comments, sometimes, like when I first go into it, it's like a delay. Pardon me, and then it catches up. It's weird. Sort of freaks you out a little bit.
Yes. So
what's everyone vaping on tonight? What's everyone today? Still broad daylight. So.
It is tonight. All right, I'll go first then. I've got my Geek Vape Boost on the go with some. I've just thrown it onto my desk. Hello. And some Speakeasy. I keep forgetting the name of it. I just want to call it Root Beer from Prohibition. Aegis X with Spire Colito 120 Pro with some Shamrock Cookie. Oh, that's weird. The green's gone off it. Who's got a green screen on the go? That's really weird. Why's the green gone?
Yeah, it's coming back a little bit. I think it's just, it does that on mine, dude. Like when I put my LXV hat on.
That's kind of weird. It's normally because there's someone running a green screen. Anyway, and I'm on my Viking grip with my old trusty Exile V2, Jesus Elite V2, and I'm on some Riot Squad in there, some Mango and Lime Grenade, and that's me.
Cool. That's like cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
What
Vin,
time?
I must say you do look a lot clearer on the new setup. Like so much clearer.
Is it too clear?
I
Yeah,
don't
is
know.
that good?
Do I need some soft focus?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like when they
Why do you
started,
think I've made sure I've got the hat on? If I take the hat off,
like
I'll be wrong.
when the BBC started doing BBC HD and all the EastEnders actors and actresses all started complaining that everybody was going to be able to see more of their wrinkles and, do you know what I mean? They're looking old and shit. You know, they literally were. They were like, well, we don't want to be filmed in HD. Thanks. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to be filmed in that. We want, you know, we're quite happy with the way we look as it is on there. But yeah.
I'll go next then. I'll go next. See what I'm
Go
making.
on there, Josh.
I am on my Black Viking and Resurgence RDA with some Sub-Zero coils in. I think they're just a set of fused, or maybe a set of aliens. I can never remember. And that I've literally just put some AVB Humble Crumble in it because I fancied something happily, so that went in. I've got my I've been vaping this all weekend. My blue Siege, which is a bit battered, you can see the marks on it. That where I've abused it with matching Redemption Half Moon tip just because it fit in. Then I can't bother to take it out. Another set of Andy's coils. That's got in the last of my custard crack. Not the last. I've got another bottle, but the last of this bottle. And then I've got my Morningstar reactor, my stainless steel reactor with the Mech Life titanium Mech Life anodized 25 on top. Half moon tip. Another set of Andy's coils. And that has in it some of the cursed coffee from Gorgon Spirit. Just to mix up the flavor.
I need to try some Golden Spirit quite badly, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the flavors are subtle, but they're all there. Like, if you get the right build of it, you get great flavor, if that makes sense. So you need to, I had to experiment around a bit.
Nice. Well, I suppose my turn then, I suppose, isn't it? So I've just literally rewicked this set of 14 ply staples that I've got in here. It's in the got my Ultim Exile. Just giving it all a good, nice clean and a polish. Haven't used them in a while. So, and it fires as well. Didn't have to adjust to 510. Lovely job. And yeah, so I've got some of the 14 ply staples in my Apocalypse 25 Gears edition that I've got on top of there. The other two that I've got here, I'm actually still wicking up. I'm sort of doing it as we go along. I've got my Viking grip, and in that I'll probably be going for some the Vape Heads, the Smurf sauce. This is quite refreshing. The sour apple's really quite nice and refreshing in the summer. And then on my Midnight Siege, I will be putting this Copper Apocalypse once I've wicked that up as well on top. And I'm going to finish off the last of my Strawberry Jam Monster. And I've also got my 2020 billet box with a mission switch. There, I've got some Momo Lime Berry in there, which kind of tastes like you know, if you get lemonade and you mix it with blackcurrant squash, it's kind of like that. That's my way of sort of like describing it. It's kind of like a really nice sort of lemonade-y sort of taste, but it's got like that berry, that blackcurrant berry sort of tang to it. It's actually really, really nice. So yeah, and that's what I'm using.
Sounds quite refreshing, that moment.
It is. I actually quite like the Momo Lemon Drizzle, or Drizzle Dream, whatever they call it. But it's actually really like, it's lemon, but it's not too sharp. It's not too much. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you like with lemon, it's like, oh Jesus Christ, yeah. It's literally sucking on a lemon, and it's like they've got too much of that sharp, that lemon Sicily, that sharp lemon type flavour in it, you know.
I think a lot of them go for the yuzu fruit flavour, don't they, over the lemon?
Yeah, I mean,
a lot more intense a flavour than the normal lemon.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a few different lemon flavors that you can use, and like on quite a lot of them, the best thing to do is to use a bit of each. Do you know what I mean? And balance it out. So you've got like that sweet, you've got the sharp. Do you know what I mean? But not too much of either. So it's just a nice, but because this is the problem that I see with some vape juices is that they overdo it with certain things, and like you get one aspect of it that's overpowering. But I suppose that's I used to be a chef in it, so do you know what I mean? Years ago, and I suppose that's me just looking at it like a recipe. Do you know what I mean? Like thing being like, yeah, that's got too much of that in it, or too. But that's for my own personal taste. So other people might try it and think it's perfect for them, but for me, some of the lemons are a bit too sharp.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I like it to be a bit of a nice rounded bite, but then I love dessert flavors. Like, you know, it's like in the Exile, I'm literally on my oatmeal and raisin ultimate puff cookie. I absolutely love this juice.
It's a brilliant juice, man. Really
it's just awesome. It really is. I mean, I like quite a lot of the ultimate puff, really, but like, I mean, this one in particular. I mean, I've got that in the short fill. I've got it in Nick Salt. Yes. Now that is an awesome lemon vape, the King's Cream Lemon. That it's got like a little fizz, like it's like a little tiny bit of a kind of like a fizz to it. It's like hard to explain, but it's like imagine like a gourmet lemon cheesecake, right? Like, but just the actual topping, not the it's got none of like the crust or anything like that in it. But it's like what you'd expect if you went to like a top restaurant and paid, do you know what I mean, for a real nice lemon cheesecake or something like that. Yeah. It's that type of is it literally? I don't know how many people I send bottles of that to. You gotta try it. You gotta try it.
I mean, to be honest, I think most of the King's range is blinding.
Yeah, I really love the King's collection. The custards. I mean, the banana. It smells amazing before you vape it. It smells like dog shit when you breathe it out. The thing with it is like other people that you're with when you're vaping it are like, did you brush your teeth with dog shit this morning or what? You know, there's like an awesome like dog shit type smell coming from you now. But it's, you know, they got the custards bang on. I've got to say the custards are awesome. No, not quite like, it's not like a fizz like a sherbety type. I don't know, it's just like a little tiny sort of hint of it. It's like it's very hard to explain. So the raspberry's got it as well, that same little fizz. Like I don't even know if I'm describing it right. Do you know what I mean? It's got like the same sort of yeah, is that the OG cheese one though, or whatever it was? Do you know what I mean?
The OG cheese.
Name of a fucking strain of weed, man. Do you know what I mean?
But the OG custard, I think, is one of the best custards that ever hit the market. Yeah,
it is. The OG custard is absolutely awesome. You know, the banana as well. Like, I love banana custard. I love, like, in real life, I love banana custard is what I mean. Like, do you know what I mean? Not just not just the OG cheese. I never tried that. The OG custard, which was like a butterscotch custard, was fucking fire, right? And that is absolutely awesome. It's like a butterscotch type custard rather than a normal. Kings beat the shit out of Dinner Lady for me, Chris. I'm sorry, man. Like, I mean, the strawberry custard from Dinner Lady tastes more of caramel than anything else. Like where is the strawberry in the profile? Like, you know, it tastes like a I don't know. It's just that's all I could get out of it was the caramel. But for custards, definitely, I'd say that Kings have kind of cracked it for me. I haven't tried this custard cracklet you all love, though. So you know, I haven't tried that yet.
This is a completely different type. This is very sweet. You get a lot of caramel in it, and then the custards on the exhale. That's what I find with.
Right. Okay.
It's a very different custard.
Yeah. See, the problem that now a lot of the custards from before had a bit of a throat hit to them, right? Or they tasted quite dry, if that makes sense. And it was like, yeah, oh yeah, Chris agrees, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, it's one of them things that custards for a while, although my favourite like profile really for a long time was a custard, like, you know, like dessert flavours just you know, I just think in the last year, custards have really come a long way.
It is a I think when obviously they banned Disotol, didn't they? And that had a big knock on a lot of custard flavours, the Disotol side of it, the butteriness. But they seem to, like you just said, of late, they've found a way around that. And yeah.
Well, a lot of companies now, they're not just using TPA, do you know what I mean? And Flavour Apprentice flavors. They're actually like Ultimate Puff, for example. You go there to their labs and they are literally creating flavor molecules. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're actually making their own flavor molecules. So, you know, whereas 4 years ago, even some of the top juice companies were just ordering from, you know, Perfumers Apprentice, Flavor Apprentice, places like that, you know, and that's what they were using.
Yeah.
Now people have started, you know, that technology's got, do you know what I mean? Like people, it's advanced a little bit. Yeah, totally agree with you there. Like I said that to you last night, didn't I, Josh, about the Shamrock?
Yeah. No, I agree as well. I mean, when I first tried Sad Boy Shamrock, I mean, I tried pretty much all the Sad Boy range before I tried the King's range. And yeah, I mean, I loved the Shamrock from Sad Boy, and then I tried the King's Sad Boy. And it's better. It's better. And they're two lemons, like obviously the butter cookie from Sad Boy and the lemon cream from King's. They're different, so I like them in different ways. Does that make sense? So I love both of them. They're very different lemons.
Yeah, totally.
So I love both of them. They're both great vapes.
There you go. I just had a little bit of hot bar on my XO and just readjusted the 510, and it's gone now. Like, you know, the amount of people that like that's happened to, and they're like, "Ah, my mod's broke. I'm throwing it away."
You're not making enough contact.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just like once it starts arcing somewhere within the circuit, like, you know, the finished part of it is going to start getting hot. It's just, you know, that's just the way it's going to go. So, you know, if you ever get that problem, just readjust your 510. And it's the same thing as well with a lot of other mods that have got that adjustable 510. You know, people are more bothered about whether or not the RDA lines up than they are, or whether or not they're getting a proper contact on the fire thing, or if they've got a little tiny gap underneath it. Like for me, there's a little tiny gap there, but it's literally I've got to hold it up to a bright light to be able to see it.
But that way, you know, you're making contact.
Yeah, exactly. I know I've got good, clean contact on there, and you know, no fight. Like that's the first time I've ever got a hot bar, and it's only because I've literally just polished it all up just now and cleaned all the contact and everything on it. So, you know, it just need where I'd put it back together. I hadn't readjusted the 510, but yeah, absolutely love this mod. The rainbow, no, I quite like the rainbow actually.
Yeah,
like yeah,
quite a lot of the rainbow.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not quite the same caliber as the others, but you know, like it's still better than 90% of other juices out there that I've tried anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? It's you know, like this is the problem when you get one flavor out of say a range of 8 that are all fire, and then you've got one that's kind of it'd be good if it was judged on its own, but you're judging it compared to the other ones. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you judge it standalone juice on its own, that rainbow cream is a decent juice. Yeah. See, look, that's a great, you know, Off the Rails is really, really nice. I love cheesecake. I love it in real life. I love cheesecake. I fucking love it. But I don't really like, I've never found a cheesecake vape that I actually really like. And Off the Rails is it, you know, like that was the one that I found that I really, really like. But yeah, I am a cheesecake fiend. I love cheesecake. Like I buy a big cheesecake like the fucking size of Vinny's head. And like,
That's a cheesecake.
and do you know what I mean? And like, I'll have a slice off it, and I'll be like, it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in the fridge like Homer Simpson. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, like just destroying it. Like, yeah, massive.
Cheers, Paul.
It's been said that Vinny's head is so big that it's got its own like gravity field.
You should have gone all klaxon there. Some say.
Some say. Yeah.
Scott, the thing is, if you want cold in your slush, like, just do it yourself, bro. Like,
Yeah, he does that as well, though. He does like cold juices.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish I could get on with cold juice. I really wish I could, because I feel like I'm missing out on some flavors, but it gives me heartburn. And like,
I get a lot of heartburn off it.
yeah, so yeah, but like, why do that to yourself? Why do it? What? There's nothing worse than heartburn. Like, especially trying to go to sleep and you head there and you got the worst heartburn in the world, and you just like, the more you lie down, the worse it gets. Vampire Vape custard, that itself. Yeah. Who remembers?
I don't know. I've got an abomination of a custard for you right now. So I went to my local shop the other day. They weren't open; they were doing delivery, but I had to sell. One of the guys
just nearly dropped someone in it.
No, they're already there. Obviously, they're doing stuff for delivery. So
they're not open, but you know, if you go there and ask them if you can buy something, they'll sell it to you.
Well, no, they're doing delivery, and they've got the door open with a barrier. And if you want something, they'll just say, "Yeah, not a problem. We'll pass out to you." Only for like an hour a day, mind. Yeah, I went there, and I had to sell somebody a couple of mods. So I went down there, topped off the mods, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get some juice off you tomorrow." And he goes, "Oh, just help yourself to this. Like, it's a box, and it's all just out of date liquid. It's all shit." But I'll take a few anyway, just to see what they're like. So I took this one, yummy custard with a hint of blueberry. No, not good.
No.
And I took this one as well, same brand with a hint of banana. And no, I don't think it's good.
Oh, that's not good. Not good.
Actually, I mean, oh no, it's getting worse. It's almost like gacky. I might just have to vape that next week. Just be like, I'll vape it for the show. Just to see what happens.
Just for the sake of vaping.
Like, I'm not slating the brand that made this. Well, I kind of have, but this is not good juice.
No, you have. You have just completely slated it.
That's me. Someone might love it. So, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to one of you lot randomly.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about sending
Anybody
juice.
remember a company called Vape? I think it was Vape Monster. They used to, like, pre-TPD, they were like little blue bottles with the dropper. Does anybody remember them? It was like a blue.
I don't name Vape Monster.
I remember it.
They did a like, it was kind of like their version of like the Heisenberg type thing that was called Dr. Jekyll or something like that, which I tried and didn't like. It's got Coolada in it. I think that's how I learned how I didn't like Coolada. Anyway, they did a custard one called Yellow Goblin, right? And as much as I just laughed at the name of it and had like this little weird yellow fucking goblin Will-O-the-Wisp looking thing on the label, it was a really, really good custard. Really good. But I couldn't, well, I haven't even actually looked for it. I don't know why. I forgot like all about that. I'd probably try it now though and be like, that is shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, because like you're talking about something like 4 years ago, like, you know.
Can't do it, Nick. Can't do it.
Game read that with all known bad for person who dislike juices. Yeah. I mean,
that's quite a good idea.
I mean, it's one of them things, like, you know, I personally think that if you blind test people on some stuff, you know, you'd be surprised at the results. Mix them to their baked when you order. Yeah, what you want, Tracy, is the Millionaire cheesecake, the Thornton's Millionaire one, right? It's just absolutely awesome. It's heartburn central. If you get heartburn, like, that's going to give it to you. But it's totally fucking worth it in that instance. But do you know what I mean? It's like
the fruit stuff's good. I've had it. It's good. It's very, 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 very sweet.
I like the cider farms as well, though, and I hate to actually admit that, but I enjoyed the cider farms when I reviewed their 10ml bottles that they sent me.
Yeah, some people have said that they were quite nice. Actually, I've heard a few people say that with the cider.
They did a pear flavour that was a bit plasticky because pear can be a bit plasticky, but the dark fruits one they did was really banging.
No,
Really
yeah, that's up my street.
I think the only pear I actually like is probably the unruly one, the pear drops, because it does taste back like pear drops.
So no, I used to love the pear Copperberg before I stopped drinking. Like that was awesome stuff. That was, I've got to say.
It's not. It's not one. It's not cider. Two. It's barely alcoholic.
Well, yeah.
Only in Norway, Josh.
Well, when what was the other one? Was they did like a summer fruits one that was a lot stronger than the others. It was like 9% or something stupid like that, whereas the others were like 5s. Do you know what I mean? Like they weren't like particularly strong, but the summer fruits one, yeah, that it was good as a mixer as well. Like a double vodka with some of that, and as a mixer was fucking good. So my hangover cure. This used to be my hangover cure, right? Whereas not really so much as a cure, just gets you drunk again really quick. Because what makes you bad makes you better. That's what you tell yourself when you're in that situation. Basically, I used to go into the rugby club, pub, whatever was nearest or open at the time, and I'd go in there and I'd have a double vodka and I'd have it in a pint glass, 2 bottles of Smirnoff Ice and a shot of blackcurrant, and I'd just pour it. It'd all just go into a pint glass and it'd be gone in about 3 gulps.
That's what we call down here a vodka bosh.
Yeah.
Vodka
toes as well.
Vodka bosh, yeah. I don't drink vodka because I go Hulk-like. You want to see a really good Bruce Banner turn into the Hulk impression, give me vodka because fun, man.
We used to do the crazy Vimp toast as well, which was like it's like port with like a double vodka in it, port and WKD blue.
Yeah,
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, they like it's all very well and good if you're in somewhere that does the 25ml shots. When they're doing the 35s though, right? Over a period of like a few drinks, it's actually quite a lot more than
man.
This is why I don't drink anymore. I kind of like once I get started, it's like I'm like Frank the Tank.
I stopped drinking completely. And then this fucking virus started, and now I drink probably more than ever, or at least back to at least when I was about 30.
I just don't have any alcohol in the house. That's that. Like this is how I avoid it. Basically, yeah. I just don't. Don't get me wrong. Even when I go out, though, a lot of the time I won't drink. Like I'll go out.
I'll be honest with you. If I didn't have alcohol, I'd be a cunt. I know I just dropped the sleep, but.
Yeah, some people it turns them into one. Some people it do you know what I mean? Helps them like hold it together and not be one. It's one of them things.
You know how people are an asshole until they smoke a joint and then they smoke a joint and they chill the fuck out.
Oh yeah, times I'm
not that, and then I have a beer and I'm just like, I'm cool, I'm fine. It's like completely.
Yeah, like it's no secret my love for herbal remedies, and like the amount of times that I'd like. So what I do now. Is like I just avoid certain shit, like because I know that I'll just fucking lose my rag, and then I'll smoke a fucking bowl or whatever, and then I'll start thinking about it, and I'll be like, fuck.
I mean, I have found this with the vape community. So obviously, people in the vape community, and I bet it's probably the same in every, but people are either sort of don't drink, they're completely teetotal, or they're pretty much alcoholics, like I am. You know what I mean? I have found, like, at Expo, when you go to Expo and you do, like, the nights out at Expo, like the Chinese, there's people there that don't touch drink at all.
Yep.
And there might be something else going on. But there's people there that go around and get smashed. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
you know what I mean? You get some people there necking bottles of rice wine and that in the Chinese and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, like some people have a drink and have a good time and everything. But I found that it's there's a lot of ex-addicts in the vape community. And it makes sense because people that are ex-addicts are always trying to give stuff up, obviously. So do you know what I mean? It's kind of like the vaping goes hand in, do you know what I mean, with them trying to give up their vices, because it's one of them things. If you try and beat teetotal, you got to try and, according to some people, like if you're an alcoholic, you shouldn't smoke a joint ever again because that'll make you get drunk. I just what that is just beyond my comprehension. But
just going to bring in a non-green Shrek. 1 second. Evening, Christopher.
Evening.
How you doing, bro?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just
all right?
did a silly one, that was all.
Right.
Nothing new there, you know.
What are you vaping on tonight, Chris, mate?
I had something to eat before the show, knocked myself out with food and just been asleep for the last hour and a half on the sofa.
Asleep? You better fucking sleep.
Yes.
I
set my sugars up a bit too high.
Yeah, fair enough.
I fucking sleep. When we're on air, you fall a fucking sleep.
Before, I had something to eat about 5:30.
If I had fucking long arms, I'd give you a good slap, boy.
I admit, my fault. I should have had.
I'm terrible. Like if I roast dinner, like it knocks me out, man. Like I've got to sleep. I've got to have a kip after a good roast dinner.
I thought the missus were going to cook a roast dinner tonight, and she was like, "No, I'm just going to roast this chicken." And she went to the shop where she bought some bread and some salad, and we got some curly fries, and just that was awesome. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I love salad and that this time of year anyway, like in the heat, like, you know.
I'm a proper salad dodger, me, but I'll eat a bit.
Your timing's perfect to answer a question that's been asked in chat. I'm just trying to find it. Give me a second. In fact, I'll just read it out because I can't even be bothered to go searching for it. What's better, Drip Axe or Dark Star?
I'm keeping out of this one.
I've not used either.
Well, you see, I think we're kind of semi-obliged in a little bit of a way to go Dark Star.
Yeah.
Mainly because they've been very, very generous for our auction.
No, but
I've used a few Dark Star juices. Actually, for what you pay for them, they're all perfectly good, man. They're all very good vapes if that's what you're into. And it's a cheap, like, not everybody out there can afford to go and spend £20 on a single 100ml bottle of juice. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when you can get something a fairly good quality, like I've got some here. I've got some Dark Star Strudelmeister.
Haven't used Dark Star for a few years now. I will admit.
I've got one as well. I've got King Scones.
I'll tell you what, mate. That game of scones is banging.
Yeah.
I've never tried it. Like, I'm so, like, you know, I can't give my opinion on it either way. Really, never tried it.
They use decent concentrates. It's just the fact, you know, it's you mix it up yourself, and then you've got to they're not going through that whole right. We've got to make this, leave it on the shelf for 5 weeks before we can sell it to get the flavour in. Do you know what I mean? So it keeps the cost down.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's your mixing, Christopher.
Used to get companies like No Limits though that used to like literally send juice out and it'd be all like separating and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like where it just wasn't steeped at all. Like it was just fucking awful.
That's bad.
I remember one of my, I say friend. It was a guy who was an admin on the Vape Den group, and he got a bottle of some stupid name, Hot Stepper or something, right? And it's like this orange type fucking flavour. And, you know, it was one of these things. It was known to split. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, but the way the guy, he emailed in or, you know, messaged the company and he asked them, you know, like, what's the deal with this? You know, it looks like fucking separated milk. Do you know what I mean? It was just like nasty looking. And the guy who was actually one of the top people in the company turned and goes, "Oh, you've got one that's been steeped for a while, mate." Like it was something like juice shouldn't be steeped. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, or he was lucky that he'd got one that had been steeped. And he was like, "Well, look, either way, steeped or not," he said, "I've shook it. and it hasn't gone back to. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't like gone back together. And he was basically that's the one, Hot Stepper. Yeah.
Not Hot Stepper.
Yeah, all of their like No Limits. They were called. All of their stuff was all named after songs, like like Blue Monday was their Blue Slush. It was like all their stuff was all named after. It was quite a funny sort of thing. Like, but they again were a budget brand, right? Do you know what I mean? Let's be realistic. They were a budget brand, and in all honesty, apart from the fact that I could literally smell all of the Flavor Apprentice flavors in them, because like they were just that's what they were made up of, like and it was just it was one of them things. Like the juice tasted like shit to the guy. So like, they swapped it out for him and everything.
Yeah.
But the point is like, how does something like that even get sent out?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like,
control in there.
Yeah, the quality control there is just, I mean, don't get me wrong, you always get one that slips through, like, but it's one of them things that I just think that they should, rather than trying to make out that it was like some really good steep juice, like, rather than saying, sorry, I don't know how last got out to you, we'll get you another bottle out or whatever as soon as possible, which is just the easy, it's just the right thing to do,
Well, what Zippy's talking about there, but yeah, okay.
The heck are you talking about, Zip?
Wrong chat.
Yeah.
So, guys, I wanted to put something to you tonight, and I didn't actually get time to pre-warn you, and I perhaps should have done. I found something that's really pissed me off and grinding my gears a little bit. Stock coil tanks, RTAs. Why the fuck can you not ever take the tank off to change the coils without losing all your juice? Why can't someone make a way where you can do that?
Now, there are some RTAs out there that do that. Namely,
the Titan
the tripod from Atmazoo will do that. I think the Blotto does it, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure you can remove.
Can you close the Blotto?
Yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure on the Blotto you can actually take it. I think you can close the Blotto so you can leave your juice in. I'm pretty sure.
I know that the Vicious Ant one that was the JA's design that wasn't the JA's design, etc., etc. I know you can that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the tripod from Atmazoo.
Fatality, you can turn it upside down and unscrew it and take it
off.
Are
you shitting me? Why didn't no one tell me that?
You can do that on loads of RTAs. You can do that on loads of RTAs. You just turn them upside down, you fucking done it.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Like, literally, if you you just turn it upside down.
Oh my God.
That's it.
I quit. I can't believe that's even
what I'm saying.
Go back to bed.
I know definitely the tripod from Atmazoo actually lock it completely and it comes off and that juice will not come out and then you put it back in and unlock it. There's other ones like that. I think most of the smoker store ones, like the Typhoons, will do that as well, like the Typhoon GT4, the Typhoon GT4 Pure Glass, stuff like that. I mean, they're expensive RTAs. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, look. I couldn't take that one to bits. I tried it before the show. Kissed everywhere all over me.
Fatality, just hold it upside down like that. It's not actually full at the moment. That's what we do. Hold it upside down, unscrew it.
The chimney's
like
attached to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll re-whip my Fatality.
and the juice will be in, and the juice will just sit in there. And then you just re-whip it, do whatever you need to do, put new coils in.
Do you know what? Right.
And then
else out the bag in a minute once Andy's completely ridiculed me.
And
I spent about 20 hours in here the other day designing an RTA with a special closing thing, thinking I've got a unique selling point.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You've got to turn it upside down and mess about with it. If you've got one that you can just go twist it round, lock the juice port holes, and do it.
Yeah.
Like,
the Atmazoo tripod, 100%.
Yeah,
like I'm not saying that you can't. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a good selling point or anything, because it is. It's better than not being able to do it. But it's just something, and some of them as well. Like, I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of RTAs, really. You know, like,
I love the fatalities. Fatalities for me is the king of the RTAs. I've not tried the Blotto. I know a lot of people love the Blottos. I've not tried
people, that. Right, this is what cracks me up when people, like, they rate an RTA and they'll rate it based on because they've got fat fingers or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, so it's a bit of a fiddle. Well, that's your fingers that are the issue, not the RTA. Like, you know, people can't like turn around and say that an RTA is not as good as somebody else's because their fingers are too fat. I mean, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's one of these things that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's like this whole thing about the Asgard. Like, I'll be honest with you, it's very, like, it's a decent RDA, right? Do you know what I'm saying? It is decent, it's all right. But the reason that I believe that it's so popular is because it's not hard to get the best out of it. It's not hard. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard. But then some RTAs take a little bit to get the best out of them. You've got to adjust things slightly. Do you know what I mean? You've got to get the right build in it. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. Whereas, you know, and this is how some things become popular because of how simple they are. And then people will start, they'll just start saying, oh, yeah, well, the flavour on this is as good as on the fucking, I don't know, this fucking whatever RDA, right? And they haven't even tried it. Right, I've sat there and I've listened to people saying to it, like, and I had a conversation with them, I'm like, so you've tried the 25mm Apocalypse? And they're like, oh, no, but I did try my mate's 24mm once. And it's like, and you're saying, and you're giving a fucking proper opinion on that. If I give an opinion on a piece of vape equipment like that, it'll be on something that I've owned and used, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Not. Yeah, this is the thing, see, right? The Blotto.
I was going to say that's the thing. That's the Bogan's favourite build. His favourite build is a 2.5mm inner diameter alien.
Yeah,
so that's what he makes his RTA for. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I use that. I've got 2.5mm in all of my 25mm sort of size RDAs. I use 2.5mm coils now, but a lot of people use RTAs on series mods, right? So limiting it to 2.5mm is not really the best idea in the world.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of these things where, you know, this is the problem as I see it. A lot of vape stuff people make, like you say, like, oh, right, you know, Bogan's favourite build's this, so he's made it for that. I can tell you categorically now that I sell less 2.5mm coils than I do anything else. I never have done.
I mean, I prefer a 3mm ID every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, it all just depends on the for me, it will depend on the RDA, and it depends on a lot of things, like, you know, like, right. For me, a lot of it's got to do with battery drain, ramp up. It's got to do with things like that. Like, if I've got
they're 2.5
3mm 0.1 build, like 26 gauge alien, for example, right? In on a single tube, and my battery life is going to be a lot worse than if I've got a 4-wrap 2.5mm coil that's the same resistance. My battery's going to last longer because it's less coil mass, it's less wire to heat up. Like, it's just one of these things that some people just don't seem to get, like, you know. And it's yeah, like that's the main reason for it. And also, some 3mm builds in some RDAs get really hot. Do you know what I mean? You get a lot of heat. So yeah, it's one of them things, personal preference though. But I believe that if you make RDAs that are limited, like the Goon LP, for example, 2.5, yeah, you know, yeah. And why was that, Josh? Because you could only get 2.5mm coils in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and this is like that's the way that I see a lot of things. Is people will rate it then, but then people that like 2.5mm coils will say, "Oh yeah, the Goon LP, that was a great RDA." because if you use 2.5mm coils in it, it's fine.
I didn't like the airflow on it either. For me, a goon is that's what a goon is. It's that airflow. That's what a goon was about for me.
Yeah, I mean,
on a budget
was how many screws it had on it to put a build in it. Like, it was like, really? Like, you know, when they did the upgraded post kit for it, where it gave it like the original goon post clamps, it was a lot easier and a lot better. But yeah, see, this is a thing, right? A lot of people don't get it, but the goon LP was really brought out as a squonking RDA. It was an early day squonk sort of based RDA. You know what I mean? It was a 22mm. For squonking, it was actually really good. Coils were down low in the juice well. Yeah, and hidden screws, so you had to bend the coils up to tighten. Yeah, I mean, I'm told the water flow first meant to be a top RDTA. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've heard that
Who releases RDTAs nowadays, though?
I've heard the petition, the Lacama Gen, is it? That they've got like a single coil RD. They're actually making a bit of a comeback, Vinny. You might want to get up with current events a little bit there. But yeah,
they'll be bigger than the billet box soon.
Yeah,
box?
Yeah, the Boxer V2 is an RTDA borrow tank for the billet, well, for any borrow box, any borrow tank device. So, you know, it's, yeah, like...
Well, you just told Josh.
Yeah, and then you've got, like, say, like the Karma one, then you've got, like, the Monarch. There's quite a few, actually. A lot of the people that use the little DNA 40s and the DNA 60s and the dicodes mods and stuff like that, they use a lot of there's a lot of high-end sort of RDTAs and RTAs out there for single coil, like the tripod, for example. You know, like that's one, you know, and that's what people will use on a DNA 60, for example, you know?
Yeah, a tripod, someone I want to get. I want to experiment with a tripod. They're just pricey.
Yeah, and I've got a Broomhild on the way from Vape.
That's got some weird wicking, though, isn't it? It's got like...
It's wire.
It's wire wick. It's like a...
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to get hold of it and have a play with it. They look crazy.
Right, for RDTAs, right, the mesh wick is actually one of the best ways to use them, right? Is actually to use mesh, roll it up, put juice on it, heat it up, get the carbon all over it so it doesn't short everything out. Do you know what I mean? Get the black on it, and use that, and the flavor is fucking great. But it's one of these things, like with an RDTA, normally the juice holes, you'll have the wick going through them, and that'll stop anything spilling. But when it's mesh, if it drops over or tilts slightly, it fucking pisses out everywhere. That's the only problem with it.
They've got some valves on it somewhere, though. It looks quite clever and quite well thought out engineeringly wise. So it really looks really strange, but it looks...
Right. Let's talk a little bit about innovation and over-engineering and the differences between the fucking two. All right? Because this is the thing, right? You can get a wheel and you can put fucking spokey fucking whatever they were fucking called. You can do all these kind of things. You can put but it's not spokes, the fucking things that slide up and down on it. Or you can get spinners, do you know what I mean, on a car wheel or whatever. But it's still a fucking wheel, right? Now, I'm seeing a lot of stuff coming out now. I'm not going to name any products in particular here, right? But I'm seeing a lot of over-engineering going on, right? Where things are made a lot more complicated than what they need to be. There's a lot of moving parts in stuff that don't need to be moving and stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like people are doing it because they want to be seen to be innovative. But
perfect example of that is Hyundai.
It's what?
Hyundai cars.
Yeah.
They are just so overly engineered, it's unridiculous.
The definition of that is fucking Dyson Hoovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, don't talk bad about Dysons. I've got one.
Dyson's a wank, dude. Give me a Henry any day of the week, dude.
Oh, God, Henrys are the best, but...
Oh, no, I used to...
The girl, and her nickname was Dyson.
I actually have a cousin who's named Dyson, and yes, he is gay.
Cheers to that, Chris.
Yeah.
And next week you'll be on the show.
That's when we need that tumbleweed effect that I keep going on about.
Vapers. I'm just gonna come on in there.
You're welcome, Ataku.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
Bissell used to make some cracking carpet cleaners.
Melee, man, Melee. If you want to spend loads of money.
No, I don't. I don't spend like loads of money on anything.
No, we know.
Well, we know that.
It says it on your bloody shirt.
You set yourself up for that, dude.
Yeah, I did. Right, should we talk a little bit about the auction, fellas, we've got coming up as well?
Yeah. Let's talk about
Obviously,
this.
we have an auction coming up next weekend. There's going to be loads of pictures going across our new social media platforms and our current social media platforms of the lots. But some of the lots are not going to be auction-based. We've decided that at least one of the mechs will be a waffle. That's with a W.
Including the hat.
Yeah, we call them waffles because of Facebook algorithms. It's a fucking raffle.
You can't put raffle on Facebook. You have to put waffle. So we put waffle.
It's more to do with PayPal, really. A lot of it because they class it as gambling.
Yeah. So
that's
at least one of the mechs is going to be a waffle. The other two we're not sure about yet. The one that will definitely be a waffle is the new Viking grip I have coming, courtesy of Immortal Mods and Cloud Island. Thank you very much, fellas. You saved me giving mine away because I was going to do mine, and then they just turned around and said they'd send us one, which was very nice.
Thanks, Ariel. Thanks, Danny.
So they've worked together to make that happen. So that is in there. We have Zippy's personal hacker from AMC, which is number 3, which is really, really low serial that will be in there. We'll work out where we're going to go with that. That may well be another waffle, but we may auction it. We don't know yet. It will all be revealed next weekend.
The reason the waffles over the auctions on some of the stuff is it gives people that haven't got that full amount of money a chance to own a product that they might not otherwise be able to own.
Yeah,
that's the reason behind it. So
yeah.
What we, it's one of them things, if somebody can win a Viking grip for a tenner, for example, then, and still the same amount of money goes to the chat, do you know what I mean, and everything? And it's just one of them things. Plus, auctions are great and everything, but doing too many of them, it might get a bit overwhelming and people get bored of them as well after a little bit,
because obviously we have the hat, we have loads of juices, we have a brand new Aegis X kit from Wow Vape in Castleford, we've got a couple of pod systems, one from the giant Vaping Hodor, a couple I've thrown in.
We've got them, is it the Dark Star juice boxes?
Yeah, the gold...
Got gold mystery boxes from Dark Star with a value, they sell for £100, but they're actual value you get in the box is over £135. So,
which is,
and the value for money on their juices is insane anyway.
And that's 3 of them. So that's going to be a lot of juice.
Yeah,
that's going to be a shit.
I mean, it might not be, it's a mystery box, so it might not just be juice, it might be some other bits as well.
Yeah,
but you're going to get it's a complete mystery box, but it's well worth it.
And there's 3 of them. 3 of them. Then we have we've got two full ranges of Riot Squad short fills, and I think it's 2 full salt ranges as well. I can't remember now. It's been in the box that long. So auction wise, there's going to be all sorts. I'm going to get them all grouped together and do some.
Danny from Cloud Island's done that. He's donated his whole range in short fills as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. We've got the
100 mils, not just short fills.
Yeah,
we've got all the short fills from Firehouse and all the Nick salts from Firehouse. We've got all their range. We've got We've got some stuff from Nasty Coils coming, coils and a load of other bits. We've got, we've got loads. So,
Should be a little something for everyone. We'll do like a
coming from Matt Dixon as well, haven't we? We've got to get hold of.
Oh, sorry?
We've got some stuff coming from Matt Dixon as well, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Yes, I need to chase Matt up, actually.
That was more of a reminder for you, Vinny, to be honest with you.
Thanks very much, Josh. Yeah.
I'm also going to donate like a coil package as well. It'll be like sort of, I don't know, 10 sets of coils.
Letter of vape juice, something from Vape Shed. Vape Shed? I didn't know Kieran was given. Blimey.
Yeah, Jesus, what's going on in the world?
Did someone pick Kieran up by the ankles and give him a good shake?
He's probably selling off his sister, dude. No, Kieran.
Gotta say it, the Viking.
Yeah, man. I tell you what I like about the Viking. It's the weight and the thickness of it. It's, you've got a mech in your hand. It's proper.
Yeah, but
solid.
It doesn't actually. Yeah, it's got that weightiness without it being like it doesn't feel like it's made of zinc load. You know what I'm saying? Like you get some mods and the weightiness is like that's a bit too much. It's nice. It's balanced in your hand. It just yeah. Even though it on appearances it looks like quite a big mech, I don't think that it's overwhelmingly big. If you know what I'm saying, like some are, like for some people like a hog or whatever's just too much. Yeah, Dinner Lady as well has donated a whole lemon tart package, isn't it? It's like, is that what they said they were going to do?
Lemon tart package. Everything they do in lemon tart, everything in
Paul
lemon tart.
That's what the wife says, Paul.
Yeah, Paul's clearly showed of some description. He's fucking bigging up Girth.
He's buying from Wish again. That's what he's doing.
I've got a warm mankini. I've got for auction.
You need to wear it first.
Yeah.
He's done it privately for the wife.
I wear it around the house, mate. The wife said if she sees you wearing it, I'm not going near her again. So even the wife,
you're not wearing it daily.
Even the wife is scared, man.
Is she married you?
Don't start Wish on me again. Yeah, Wish.
I agree, Nick.
Some of the stuff that comes up on that fucking thing. It's just like, wow.
But yeah, we've also got Zippy, have we still got that lovely gift from Toby?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a super rare collectible mech, the McLovin.
Oh yeah, and Chris and his gaffer tape wax. Let's not forget that one. Hey Chris, I get paid 2 days before it. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah.
So I've started getting notifications for, like I said to Josh about this the other day. I got an email from Innovation, the drum and bass rave company. Basically, they do innovation in the sun in Barcelona in the summer. They do innovation in the Dam in the in November, and it's on. Innovation in the Dam is on. They're selling tickets for it, and their selling point is we haven't had one all year, so we're going to make this a really big good one. So it looks like some stuff is going to start going back to normal, but we don't really know where that leaves Expo. I don't think it will be. I mean, I know people are saying that it's a Nightingale, but that can't be the whole of fucking the NEC is a Nightingale. I'm sorry.
It was. No,
what,
all of it was.
What, the whole NEC arena?
Mate, it's a huge, huge building, man.
They hired it all out. I don't know how much of it they actually made.
That's what I'm saying.
How much was for storage, but.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is it's a big, 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 big complex. Do you know what I'm saying? It is a big complex. But, it's
chest only, Zippy.
It's one of them things. I want to see it come back. But
I think it'll have to be, I really do think it'll have to be made. The whole sampling the juices, the whole thing of us actually vaping and things like that. I just, at the moment, I can't see it. But you never know.
We'll wait. We'll wait and see.
yeah,
But we are obviously going to step in, I think, is the right way of putting it. If it doesn't happen again.
yeah, we'll be doing the. And
And
I
we,
think it's safe to say that we'll be doing things like that anyway.
yeah,
Do you know
we've
what I
got,
mean? You know, because we only get a few shows a year anyhow.
Yeah.
So, you know, we could maybe do one like in the middle of the like, do you know what I mean? But in the middle of the two, like, you know, sort of August sort of time. You know, we could do we could do something like that.
We've got ideas for Big Weekend 2 already. So we've got ideas for Big Weekend 2. Big Weekend, bigger, better.
it will be bigger. It will be a lot bigger.
Humongous weekend.
You Andy.
We'll call it a humongous weekend.
The bigger weekend. The bigger.
Some absolutely. That was some 3.5 millimeter.
So
Uncut.
I was like, it was uncut on the first one.
It's fucking live.
Is that like Zippy's porno? Zippy unzipped.
Oh, Zippy on zip. That just sounds so wrong.
Like I was I was looking for a Zippy gif on thing the other day. That's how I found that GIMP mask with the taco going to make that gif. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like the way that you find some of the gifs that are out there, just like, what? Do you know what I mean? It was somebody in a GIMP mask with like getting a taco shoved in their mouth. It's just.
I just want to say as well, one thing about the Twitch. I do have plans for the Twitch. When I get the members up enough and I can do some stuff, there will be some like custom emojis and stuff coming. That's my plan. There'll be a subscriber badge when you're properly subscribed and stuff like this. So you'll get some little LXV tags and stuff like that. That's the plan with it. So
everybody go and subscribe to the Twitch account. Everybody go and do it.
What is the Twitch account, Josh? Just remind everybody.
I'll tell you what. I'll quickly write a banner up and put it across the bottom of the screen.
Don't fuck this
So
up.
I better go subscribe as well, don't I?
Yeah, I subscribe to your channel, Vinny. So
I've got to bloody sign up to Twitch.
All day. I've not looked at Twitch all day.
I've not even got an account on Twitch.
Well, you need to get that sorted, Christopher. We need 50.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of them.
I can put a link. I can put a link in, can't I?
Yeah,
Should be able to.
I mean, it's
While we're on air,
it won't come up as a link in the banner, but that is what it is. It's Twitch TV / the LXV panel.
Yeah, because it's not linked to sales or anything, so we're fine with that. Now everyone's got the phones out, not looking or not listening or anything. I've got my head down.
Look, guys, I'll put after the show as well. I'll put the link back up in the group. If anybody wants,
also got a new Instagram page that we are setting up again after a few little problems and things like that. We've got one.
And Leaguers, if you want your pictures shared on the LXV Instagram, just message them to us and we'll try and get them up.
Yeah,
tag LXV in your pictures as well.
Yeah,
I mean, tag the LXV, tag us in the pictures, then we'll be able to see them. You know, it's something that, yeah, we're looking to do get a lot more interactive with everyone, and yeah, it'd be nice to see some pictures from everybody, see what everybody's making.
Get everybody up.
And we're going to be doing some more sort of midweek hangout type, you know, off the cuff type shows. Do you know what I mean? We'll be doing a bit more of that kind of stuff. And yeah, we want to step up the sort of interaction with you guys more, you know, and get you all more involved because, you know, you guys are the league. As what, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, without the people watching it, you know, this doesn't exist. So, oi, surfacing.
That's Nick, isn't it? I think that's Nick. Everyone's jumping over. It said the chat just got empty.
Everyone's gone over to Twitch, is it?
Yeah,
Shall we just pause this live for a moment and just let everyone
Make sure you follow us. It'd be awesome. It's it's just a new platform for us, something we want to try. You know, Twitch is where.
There's some dedication, Nick. I tell you what, Nick, you're going to be screwed when we upgrade. You need another device because we're going to be upgrading maybe our StreamYard shortly. So we're going to be hitting every platform live. Something we need to talk about soon. Which will be immense.
Yeah, it will be good, man. I think that's what we need to do. You know, so we're talking about. We're always trying to grow the show behind the scenes and do what you guys want to see. Also, you'll notice on the Twitch page there is a suggestions box. I bravely put it on there.
I love suggestion boxes. Always right, fuck off, and on a bit of paper.
If you've got suggestions box, if you've got suggestions, something you want to see, you know, this, that, and the other, you've got any ideas, like drop them our way. I'll read them all. And you know, any ones that are shit, I'll just completely ignore. And I won't really like every suggestion is good. Just say there is a suggestions box on that Twitch page. I brave that. Also on the Twitch page, you'll find the links to our Facebook and Instagram. The Instagram one's not currently working because it's been changed. I will update that, but it's all on there. So
yeah,
we've had a bit of a freshen up of our platforms and things to make sure we can get everywhere we need to get, and that's going to continue that way. And we're going to continue expanding. The LXV is going nowhere. We're just going to get bigger and bigger.
Yep.
As if you're not big enough as it is.
You know, hopefully next week we'll have 6 panel members on.
You never know.
That'd be something. I mean, you know, I know everyone's really busy and everything right now with all this lockdown going on.
And maybe we'll go live at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that might actually happen once. Maybe Vinny won't fuck up the intro or the outro.
I mean, he got bought a new PC and still fucks it up.
Yeah, man. Just
hey, I nailed it last week. Shut up.
And thanks for the love on the new intro, guys. It was a bit of a random one.
Yeah, I quite like it actually.
It'll be worked on. It's a work in progress, but you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Zippy's committed to Sunday already.
Yeah. Zippy will be with his fucking fan heater on underneath the desk.
Surely not.
Sound like he's in a fucking wind tunnel. Testing the aerodynamicness of his head.
I know also my plan is to upgrade my system a bit. I'm going to get myself a mic and stuff, like a proper mic, so sound decent, bits and pieces like that. That's my plan.
Yeah, I need to get a better mic.
Just so you can hear me vape louder.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I need to actually get myself a bloody webcam for my laptop, so I'm not using a phone and a laptop.
Has your laptop not got a webcam built into it?
Yeah, if you want me to be using a potato.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, you know, like if it's got a webcam built into it, you can probably update the drivers and stuff like that. And
the actual webcam itself, it's terrible. It's just complete dog shit.
Yeah, it just depends on how old your laptop is, really. Do you know what I mean?
10 plus years.
Yeah, well, there you go, then. It's gonna be fucking crap.
Can you actually hear me using the mouse?
Is it Vinny's mouse or is it my mouse? Because this is my mouse.
Vinny?
And this is my mouse.
We can hear Josh's, we can't hear Vinny's.
I can't hear either.
I heard Josh's, but I didn't hear Vinny's.
This is my
You
mouse.
sure it's not me clicking on because I'm wicking up and I'm doing this? You sure it's not noises coming from that? Because I've got a great big big microphone right in front of me, like so it could well be that.
We're trying to run a live stream. You know, we've got shit to do. So you know.
Hey, I'm multitasking.
What mic am I using? I can't. Sorry,
Just
I
like-
apologize.
You really are.
Do you not use the one on the webcam, Vinny?
I am now. I wasn't doing for some reason. I normally do. There we go. You might not hear my mouth now.
Yeah, I was gonna say 'cause that's
Unfortunately, we can still hear you.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I use the one on my webcam at the minute, but I am going to buy myself a little mic setup for
I'd say
the.
it's not too bad. this was like 29 quid or something off Amazon, you know, and it does the job, like, you know. But it's, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, someone start a GoFundMe. I need a new mic. I'm joking. Don't do it.
Go fund yourself.
It's probably my heavy mouth breathing, in all honesty, Nick.
I am a
Bit of
mouth
booze
breather
sound.
as well, though.
Bit of boo sound. I'm gonna crack the fuck out of this this fatality. This glass is gonna last about 2 seconds with orange juice in it. It's like I'm just gonna crack it, but I don't care. I've got the ultimate replacements. I'm good.
It could also be my chair you can hear. My chair keeps cracking because I'm a fat kid and creaking. So it could be my chair. 'Cause I keep.
Or his hips.
I'm not buying anything off Wish, Simon.
No.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I gave up with Wish. That's the best thing I ever ordered.
But you know, on like YouTube and stuff, where it sort of tailors the ads that come up to your sort of thing and that. Well, I was getting really concerned because it started bringing up like women's razor blades and stuff online, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Do you know what I mean? Like, how have they got that? Like, it was like these pink fucking Gillette Mac 3s or whatever, Mac 4s or whatever they are, like, you know, for like tidying up your lady garden or whatever the fuck you want to do with it. But either way, it
Do
was
you use
like,
them on your head?
no, I don't, mate. I just use straight up Bics on my. I use like the cheap shit Bics on my head most of the time, right? You know, like just like one blade, whoosh, done.
I don't even use that.
But yeah, Josh has seen me like cut my hair. I don't like. I can
Yeah,
sort of
man,
do it. Like, I can kind of. I'm sort of used to it now. I can sort of do it without even a mirror. Like it doesn't take a lot really.
That was one of those really weird bro moments.
Yeah, me and Josh both shaving our hair on there.
having a chat, shaving our heads.
Yeah. Lockdown does strange things to you. That's all I know.
That it certainly does.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people in lockdown that are like going to come out and they've got beards down to here, and like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and people that otherwise on normal occasions used to go to the hairdressers every week. Do you know what I mean? The barbers, and use more hair product than fucking the whole Kardashian family put together. And this is blokes I'm talking about. You know, and like now they fucking all shaving their hair off. There's the amount of pictures I've seen of people like, look at my new haircut on Facebook, and they've just got like a fucking council estate haircut. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like fucking just zip, gone. Like Vinny, you know all about them home haircuts, didn't you?
Yeah, what's wrong with a home haircut? You know, you got to embrace the.
You know what happened with Vinny, didn't you?
The pineapple.
Have you ever fallen asleep? Like you've got sort of like be asleep, like you put your arm open, like and you fall asleep, and you've got your arm over, like do you know what I mean? Like you fall asleep and you be like that or like that. I reckon Vinny's fallen asleep like that, and his missus and kids have gone like, or put imac cream all over it. Do you know what I mean? Round the sides, and he's woke up and sort of like gone like that, and it's just all just flown off. But yeah, if you ever want to know as well, this is a really good one, right? And I'm not advising anybody do this, but it is quite funny. And that's like the old one of shaving people's eyebrows off when they're asleep. Just get a Rizzler, right? Lick it, stick it to their eyebrow, and set it on fire.
Yeah, man. Did you never used to
Fuck
play that game when you were a kid? We used to call it pigeon. And you stuck like a Rizzler to your nose and you said it online. You had to put it out by saying pigeon. Pigeon! Pigeon! That's what you had to do.
Used to do all kinds of stupid shit. Like, I mean, I done it to one of my friends. He was notorious, like, for fucking people over when they were asleep. Like, you know, like all kinds of shit. Like, you know, you just wouldn't even believe.
Right.
And basically, he had this like sleeper hoop earring, right? And he fell asleep, and I was fucking hammered. Right, I was like on one of my mad fucking. Do you know what I mean? I was just terrorizing everybody, basically. It was my flat, fuck it. And I got a lighter and I thought it'd be funny to heat up the hoop. And I started heating it up. And he was so pissed. By the time he noticed and woke up, it was glowing. He literally ripped it out of his ear. And like, he still got a split earlobe from it. He ripped it out of his ear and threw it. Like, burnt his hand on it and everything. It wasn't one of my kind of moments, I've got to say. But it was it was kind of funny, like a few hours later.
Remind me never to fall asleep near you, Andy.
Oh, mate.
Over 20 years ago. I've grown up loads since then, honestly.
Yeah, all right.
I've had two done to me that were bad falling asleep incidents. So one was when I was younger, and we'd been to a place called Key West in Paynton, not too far from me. It's a water park, basically. Went to the water park for the day. Fell asleep in the way in the back of the car. And someone put a car cigarette lighter on my leg.
Branded you.
A hot one. I was wearing
Wearing
Adidas tracksuit bottoms, you know, as you do when you're young. No protection at all. That one hurt.
Yeah.
The other one wasn't painful so much. It was just very embarrassing. So
used to brand people with clipper lighters as well.
Yeah, Smiley's, dude, yeah.
Yeah, Smiley. Get the two lights and the circle.
Went on holiday with my friends. So we went to, when I was 21, I went to Las Vegas with a couple of mates. Long flight, fell asleep. I could sleep on planes, fell asleep, woke up. Like, got all the way into security in McCarran International Airport. A security guard came and pulled me aside and he's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not too bad. Yeah, everything all right?" He says, "You've got something on your face." Like, "What have I got on my face?" And he's like, "Just cover your head, go to the bathroom, clean it off." Like, okay. No, man, I had the word cunt written on my forehead.
People are laughing at you. Why you cunt your head or something? Well, actually, yeah, you have, mate. Do you know what I mean? You really have got cunt written all over your head.
That's set Vinny off.
My two mates were just so I'm in America, first time in the States, McCarran International Airport at security, trying to get his black mate, 21 years old, with the word cunt in the head. Like managed to go wash it off, got for security. I was like, "No, it's just my mate." So it's like, it's one of those, don't worry about it. Just fuck me, man. I mean that was a fun week, dude. It was just mayhem the whole week. But yeah. That just set the tone for the whole weekend, man. But yeah, not.
Oh Lord.
I mean, you could there's extremes that you can go to with these kind of practical jokes that I've seen. That you know, and I was involved in one that I really actually think it changed the course of the guy's life. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this was a life-changing moment for him. But he totally brought it on himself. The guy was a prick. He was a bully. He was a prick. He come along with us on a holiday, and it basically just ruined it for everyone. Like, we nearly got fucking thrown out of the airport on the way there. You know, like it was that bad. And we went to Tenerife, and basically, like, you know, literally, like, they weren't going to let us on the plane on the flight going there. Like, you know, like that set the tone for the holiday. And everywhere we went, he got into a fight. We got kicked out of everywhere. He was just overpowered everyone and everything, you know, and it was like one of them things. I got quite a powerful character, so quite the other few people that were with us as well, and basically they got him absolutely fucking hammered. right? And like, because that was the idea, was like just get him steaming and just tell him to go back to the fucking bus. So we were spiking his drinks with vodka and shit. Do you know what I mean? Putting vodka in his beer and stuff, so that he'd end up steaming, so we could send him back to the hotel and we could all carry on and enjoy ourselves, you know. And if we brought any birds back or whatever, he was fucking out, you know, he was asleep. So it basically, well, he took it a step too far. He done something with somebody's girlfriend and stuff, you know, it weren't very fucking clever. So when he passed out, basically, I mean, he was hammered. They like, we got him doing tequilas and everything. Like, I don't know if you've had a good night on the tequila, but you can't remember shit, right? Tequila literally fucking wiped your memory. And he done a load of tequila shots and loads of other stuff. And when he was asleep back at the hotel, this was like, say, day 6 into a 14-day holiday. All the other guys, what they did is they got a condom and they all spat in like a load of greenies into it. And one of them got a pencil and they stuck it up his ass. So he woke up in the morning. He woke up in the morning with what seemed to be a used condom hanging out of his arse. He never said a fucking word. He never said a word. He didn't ask anybody about it. He did not say fucking boo for the whole rest of the holiday. And it was like, literally, he just didn't say anything. He just said to me, "Oh, what happened last night?" And I was just like, "Don't know, mate. You just disappeared off. Like, we were all out, and then, like, you know, we were in Veronica's down on the strip there, and, you know, suddenly you were gone. We come back, you were asleep in the room. Don't know, man. Like, you were talking to these guys, these Greek guys, like, you know, don't know. Like, you know, like we were all just enjoying ourselves." And he just had this look of dread on his face, like, you know, and he just know there, he just completely, after that, he sort of calmed down quite a bit. Like, you know, he stopped drinking as much, and he just generally stopped being such a pain in the ass, pun intended. But yeah, so he woke up. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty awesome. Like, you know, the idea of it all and everything. But as you know what I mean, as an adult, I think back to it and I kind of think maybe it was a bit too far.
Just maybe a tiny bit.
You know, and the thing is, I can say it wasn't me that did it. It wasn't. It might have been my idea, though.
I mean,
I'm going with it was you that did it.
But the thing is, yeah, all right, I said it. I didn't actually mean fucking do it. I was just like, oh my God, imagine how funny it'd be if we did this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you're just, and yeah, and then a couple of the other people were like, "That we're doing it. We're fucking doing that now." Yeah, it was.
That's how all great things happen, dude. That's how everything starts, man. It's just a jokey idea, and you know,
yeah, that's how it started off. It was just like, you know, like one of them stupid things that you come out with, like, do you know? But you're not going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah.
Well, in your case, you did.
Yeah, yeah, or fucking peanut butter. That's the other good one. Fucking a few spoonfuls of peanut butter, fucking flipped up their ass crack. They like that, waking up and all that's in their pants.
I played rugby for 25 years. The worst thing I ever experienced in my life was Ralgex used to come in a solid stick form. Like,
I know what you're on about.
A roll-on. It was in a tube. It's like DP, and it came in a solid stick form. When you went on tour, it was your rite of passage to have said stick of Ralgex inserted into your anus.
Fuck that.
Man, like, literally, man.
Hell no.
The rugby boys I know, man, they get up to some shit as well, man. That rugby community is crazy.
Hang on a minute. Fuck what you're talking about. That's paramount to using Vicks Vapor Rub as lube. Like, just no.
And
what
the worst thing,
people and wanting to stick stuff up people's asses anyway.
The worst thing you could do is go try wash it off.
Yeah.
So for the next 2 weeks, your anus was on fire.
Yeah.
And fuck all you could do.
And there's fuck all you could do.
I mean, as I said before, like I used to work in catering, and I learned about washing your hands after cutting up chilies the hard way. Yeah. I was cut up a load of like ghost chilies and Scotch bonnets and stuff for this absolutely ridiculous, like fucking Mexican dish that this one random chef was doing. Anyway, I cut up all these chilies and I was busting for a piss. I mean, it was so like I really needed to go. And you don't think about washing your hands before you go for a piss, do you? You just don't think of it. And like I needed to get back because like if you're out in the kitchen from all in a second, Neil, the head chef, he'd be fucking crawling up your ass. So it was like one of these things that, I literally
zip touch.
No, honest, like I stood in my room. I lived in at the hotel, right? And like there was a staff block. It's the crest at Heathrow Airport. If anybody knows it, it's the great big one, like a fucking massive block of flats, just as you're going down the M4 before Heathrow Airport. And it's the Forte Crest. It's got a staff block next to it, like 200 odd people living in there. And I basically was in my room with my dick and a pint of milk. Like that was the only thing that I could do that actually managed to cool it down a little bit. And like, somebody comes and was like knocking on the door. Andy, where the fuck are you, man? Come on, you will get back to work. I'm stood there literally with my fucking Johnson in a pint of milk, like just with tears in my eyes, just like fucking leave me alone. But yeah, I learned the hard way on that one. Anytime I ever cut chilies up after that, I put gloves on first, just in case. It's just,
Someone's got a visitor.
Thought Deep Heat was a face cream. Oh,
Ooh,
that don't sound like much fun.
no. I don't like deep heated.
Come here.
Why put them the other way?
Come here.
Hello.
Hello, Oliver.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
You can't hear because I've got headphones on, Andy. You're all saying hello.
Yeah.
You can say hello back.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I wish we knew we were going to talk about putting things up people's pubs before, because I would have just put this as the banner.
Plug alert. Literally, plug alert. But it's like when practical jokes, when they just go too far. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a joke, and then you add a load of drink and whatever else into the mix, and that joke goes further and further.
I have noticed since you mentioned someone putting a condom up a friend's arse, the chat on YouTube has died.
I've got another rugby story, and this actually involves me very directly. We won a county championship when we was Colts, so we was under 21-year-old, and we beat our local rivals, Market Raisin, and it was immense. And we used to have this thing where we do like a reverse press up over benches with our feet on benches and the hands on the other bench and do reverse press ups. Now our coach decided to do this. Now I'd been voted man of the match and I was ratted, absolutely ratted. So I dropped everything, trousers, pants, the lot, and sat on his face while he was doing these reverse press ups. And snapped his £500 pair of glasses with my buttocks. Yeah, I had some major apologising to do after it. And we all had a whip round and bought him a new pair of glasses. But yes, my buttocks broke his glasses. That was kind of the end of my pranks. I that's where I stopped. After that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, there comes a point, doesn't there, where, like I say, like practical jokes and stuff, they go just like that little bit too far.
Yeah, that one definitely did, because,
But, yeah, I mean, like I say, like that guy, I mean, you know, he was ruining, like, there was like, I don't know, there was loads of us, and he was ruining the holiday for all of us. He was like, you know, one of them people that just invite themselves along. He weren't even really good friends with any of us, like, if you know what I mean. He was just like, happened to be around, and you know, when the holiday was organised and everything, he was like one of them people that, you know, the type of people that you purposely leave out stuff because you know he's just going to ruin it. Like, you know, he was like one of them characters, and you know, I kind of think that in life you reap what you sow. You know, like you know, and he was really homophobic as well, which is why I think it really freaked him out. I mean, you know, things weren't as like politically correct back in the 90s as what they are now, you know. Yeah, the idea of him being involved in any situation like that kind of freaked him out a little bit. And where he just could not remember, it was just like, yeah, awesome. But yeah, like I said, Chris, I think a lot of people are actually in Twitch, and I don't know.
2 people on Twitch.
Yeah, there's not many in
And
Twitch
six,
at the minute.
9 people on 8 people watching on YouTube.
I think
We're not on the Facebook, so we've lost our Facebook. There's a share on Facebook, but it's not a live feed as such.
yeah, I think we need to sort that out to get back to that.
Yeah,
I think we should probably wrap up for the night, to be honest with you guys.
yeah, because we
Yeah,
seem
before
to
anything ends up somewhere it shouldn't be.
Yes. Anyone want to do a final thought, or we're all just going to wave bye-bye and let Josh do the brand new outro?
Josh do the outro.
Bye-bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
we can do that. Bye, guys. Lovely to chat to all of you. We'll see you
Bye.
midweek. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.